I'll be in the garage. Just a little update today on what I'm doing on the car. Working on the starter motor. So the starter motor is a lot like the generator in reverse. It basically just spins to start up the car by engaging into the flywheel. There's the body of it. And here's what's inside. Basically just windings like a regular motor. But this thing here at the end is called a Bendix drive. And when I first took this thing out, it wasn't working properly because this part here was jammed. It was locked up against the back here. And it wouldn't go forward like this. So I had to unjam it and clean it all up and put some new oil on it. And the idea of what these things do is when the car's at a standstill, you put power to this and it spins rapidly, and your flywheel teeth would be here, the flywheel to the motor. And the idea is that once it gets up to speed, the starter motor, the centrifugal force pulls this out, or sorry, pulls it back. It has to have this end open to engage into the flywheel. So the flywheel would be here. Once the motor starts to go, the starter motor, this spins in, engages into the flywheel, and gets the flywheel going, spinning around. And once the engine catches and gets going, the engine makes the flywheel go faster than this motor wants to go. So this spins back out again with the centrifugal force and disengages. So that's how it works. Every time you get every time you go to start the motor, this comes in, grinds into the flywheel and gets going. And then once the motor catches, it grinds its way back out. The reason they stopped using these kind of starters is because there's a lot of violent engagement when this comes in, bang, and hits the flywheel and gets going. So sometimes these teeth can break off, but this one actually looks like it's in pretty good shape. So just going to clean it up, reassemble it, and test it with the battery, make sure it works. Okay, now we've got our starter hooked up to our battery, and what I'm going to do is give it a spin, and if it works properly, this should move inwards when it starts to spin. So let's try it out. Yeah, it works. So one thing I'm not exactly sure about is if this is supposed to have a spring to push it back. I don't think it is. I think once it spins fast enough, it just spins right out to there. That's how it disengages. Let's try one more time here. Yeah, it seems to work perfectly. So that's it. It should be okay.